Welcome to Jayboys, bro. Fake smile.
It's only gonna be a couple minutes.
You don't do it good?
What's wrong? What's wrong with just talking?
I'd rather be playing video games.
Come on.
Bye, losers.
Take the phone then.
Don't you touch my phone and I murder you.
And Angie's my daughter. She's miserable right now because she's 10 years old and she has no responsibilities in life. So I pulled her from her video games on Saturday night to come hang out with us and talk a little bit. So I've been saying how I wanted to bring Angie on here and talk about the impact it has on siblings that autism can have. So I think one of the main things would be growing up, Angie, we had to spend a lot of time focusing on Jason because of everything that was going on. So I think Angie might have felt a little bit like what?
The hated child.
The hated child. So I think it's hard because a lot of times you focus so much on the child with a disability. So then sometimes your other child feels like, or children might feel like they're neglected. You felt like you were neglected? What'd you feel like?
I get over it by playing video games.
You get over it by playing video games?
Yep.
But what'd you feel like? Jason got everything?
Yep.
Got all of our attention?
Yep.
Did that make you sad?
No.
Why not?
Because I could have been playing video games while you were shopping.
That's all you think about?
Yes. And comics.
In comic books?
Yes.
Angie's really into playing video games right now and comic books and wearing long sleeves and pants to school when it's 100 out.
Since 3rd grade.
Since 3rd grade, so. Yeah, she misses Oregon. Obviously, she had some family there and stuff.
And I get her to wear pants every day.
Because it was cold and rainy?
Yes. And then if I went outside for a couple minutes, I would get sick, and then I would have to go to school.
Oh, you're moving an awful lot right now. You're swaying back and forth. Are you?
I'm bored.
You're bored?
Yeah.
You don't want to talk to the people?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. See ya.
Bye, losers. Bye.
All right. So thanks to Angie for taking 5 minutes away from her video game time to come hang out with me. That's what 10-year-olds are into nowadays. Like sometimes I wonder if she's a product of her upbringing, but then I hear like every kid is the exact same, so I guess that is what it is. But anyways, I wanted to just talk a little bit more. Obviously I don't touch on everything with Angie standing here, but I think this is my personal feeling, so it's not like fact or anything, but this is what I've found and Carla has found, is that first and foremost, trying to explain what a disability is to a younger child, examples, trying to explain to Angeline what was going on with Jason, it just wasn't happening, because in Angie's eyes, this is just my brother, he's just a normal kid, and so trying to explain disability and why he is the way he is didn't always make sense. So a lot of times she was kind of craving, I guess you can say, that interaction with her sibling when they were younger, whether it's playing any kind of game with dolls or with toys, trains, Legos, building things. That wasn't really a thing for Jason and Angie. That wasn't the dynamic that they had growing up. Jason, as he got a little bit older, was kind of into like somebody chasing him. So I think Angeline started to figure out like, oh, I could chase him around a little bit, or have him like ride on my back. She would get on all fours and walk around, and he would get on her back, and he's laughing at the experience that's happening to him. So I think that he enjoyed that interaction with her, but it just wasn't like the same. So it's difficult to explain. I think that the children, they get hurt by that. Like their sibling doesn't want to play with them. So I think constantly trying to explain, because their life is what their life is, and their sibling is who they are. So they have no choice. They're going to get used to it. And then the other thing is when you find activities to do as families, a lot of times Carla and I were constantly trying to figure out what can we do, that wouldn't be like extremely disruptive to a lot of other people and wouldn't be like an extreme headache. Perfect example is going to the zoo one time when he was younger, and we're literally on the other side of the Oregon Zoo, and like he starts to have a meltdown, and there's no exit over there. So we literally have to walk out with me holding him up like this, and he's kicking and screaming and going absolutely nuts. And I don't care so much about what other people think, honestly. So obviously you get a lot of looks when something like that happens, but it's frustrating. You know what I mean? You just want to sit there and break down, you and the other parent, because it happens so many other times. Going out to eat dinner, or going out trying to do activities, whatever it was, you know. I think I spoke about the movies. They tried the movies. We literally, like, he's 6 years old, and we finally got to go to the movies. We're not going to do like a Disney World or Universal Studios yet. Plays. There'd be a lot of things that we would like to do, but we have to mold everything around and think about what can we do. And I think that's unfair to the other siblings. So make sure that you're spending personal one-on-one time with them, and even like just spending time with them at the house. If you don't get out of the house, sitting down with them and talking to them, right? Letting them tell you how they feel or whatever it is. And then Carla takes Angie out to the movies. They go out to the candy shop. They go shopping together. You know, Angie and I have gone out and go get ice cream or go shopping or whatever. So just, and then trying to get them in other activities around other kids. So Angeline, it's always been a little bit awkward with her with other children. So, and it could be just because she didn't have that like dynamic growing up with Jason. So she didn't learn some things that you would learn with your sibling, like the do's and don'ts and things. So as she gets a little bit older and she's had like kids over the house, or she's gone out or at school, I think she might be having a little bit more difficulty interacting with children, but she'll learn. Now's the time to learn. But when you're in elementary school and you're 10, you know, it's like the end of the world, devastating type thing. So but anyway, she'll get over that. Just make sure that you spend time. Tell that other sibling how much you love them, how much you care about them. Keep trying to explain what's going on, because one day when they get older, they will understand what it is, and then they can look back and appreciate what you really tried to do for them. So anyways, I really appreciate everybody listening, and I hope that you have a fantastic Sunday, or Monday, depending on what day I post. And thank you very much. We'll talk next week. Bye.
Please subscribe to my channel.